We need to have our fridge arrive in Gibraltar, which will keep the vaccines at -70 if we're dealing with the Pfizer vaccine. That should arrive during the course of this week and next. Thereafter, we can then envisage the arrival of vaccine in Gibraltar and then dealing with the vaccination in keeping with the risk profile that's been set out in the United Kingdom. We're going to be following the same risk profile for vaccination. My hope is that we will be able to vaccinate the whole of the population that wishes to be vaccinated, and I sincerely hope that most will want to be vaccinated in the first quarter of the year, so that by the 31st of March, we're able to say in Gibraltar, we have vaccinated everyone that wanted to be vaccinated. And that will include frontier workers, because we need to ensure that we are creating a bubble around those in Gibraltar who are vulnerable, and in our health services, in our elderly residential services, and indeed in the residential care that we give at home to people, we have a lot of frontier workers who come in, so they need to be in our bubble too.
From a COVID point of view, do you think Gibraltar will at some point be back to normal or to a new normal in 2021?
I think Gibraltar will be back to normal. I hope up by the end of the first quarter of 2021. In other words, those who are vulnerable will be able to get the protection of the vaccine. Those who are not vulnerable but who wish to have the vaccine will be able to have the protection of the vaccine. And then you're left with people who don't want to have the vaccine, who will be making themselves prone to the infection because they're more concerned about the difficulties that the vaccine may give them by way of side effect. Well, look, that'll be, in my view, a matter of personal choice, but we will be able to then lift the restrictions, and you will then be exposing yourself to the infection if you haven't had the vaccine, because we won't be requiring people to wear masks, we won't be requiring people to close early in terms of their businesses, or not to be proximate to each other, and we will be organising events which are multitudinous again. And if you haven't taken the vaccine and you get the infection, well, look, the GHA will be there to treat you as long as we can. But I certainly hope that people will take the vaccine.